has been a strategy initially very much based on a macro analysis and a re-rating of risk, and I think that has been the last 18 months mainly, and that is common for most of the countries in Southern Europe. I think now probably the investment case is starting to change, because I think one of the questions is, have I missed the boat already? Is it too late? No, as you said with the lunch, no. But I guess I don't think the boat has already gone. But it's true that now we have to find other reasons to justify the investment case. I don't think it will be as easy that we find compression of yields, or we continue re-rating of risk. That is pretty much done probably. To some extent, in some cases, maybe all the time you could discuss or argue. But it is true that in all these economies, fundamentals should improve, provided that the main changes structurally have been done or are in process of being done. Just to give you an example that we all understand, rents in Castellana used to be at the peak 40 something euros per square meter. Now they were in the region of 20 euros when you discount allowances and incentives. So that's substantially very cheap. So we go back to 40, maybe not. So we go back to 30, maybe yes. Well, history never justifies present or future, but just kind of common sense should put us there. So I guess the question is, now we need to be a bit more fine about the investment case. We need to work on the fundamentals. I think also markets are very polarized. I think this is a topic everywhere, not only in southern markets. I think new versus old is very important. Hasn't been development in the last years for many years. When we talk about shopping centers, maybe more than 50% of the stock is over 15-year-old as concept in terms of new renovation and capex. So I think there are massive opportunities out there when you start kind of doing asset management and when you start working on the real estate fundamentals. On the opposite, if you want to be a bit more negative, you could argue, well, yes, but it will take very long. Growth is not so strong yet. Debt is still very, very big. I think the debt issue, for that we can probably kind of go back to the re-rating of risk and to more liquidity, and I'm not so concerned that debt is big and we need to solve it, but I think as far as we grow, that will be managed and will be restructured. I think the key thing, and probably for Europe, not only for Southern Europe, is are we going to grow or not, and how we build that into our cash flow.